Yeah. Hold on a minute.
How you doing?
Just give me a second here.
Yes, sir. Let me just grab my paper.
I'm blind and I have multiple other disabilities, so bear with me here for a minute. I don't know where that other latch is. Where'd the guy go? Well, now where did he go?
Yeah, thank you so much, Omar. Okay.
What's he doing? Oh, there you are. All
There
right.
you go, sir.
Yeah,
Good afternoon.
watch that device there.
My name is Terrell. I'm the exterminator. So I'm doing the whole property. Is there anywhere in particular you're seeing things I should know about?
I haven't seen one bug.
That's good.
Bed bug, nothing.
Okay, that's
I
great.
just got off the phone with Omar. I was wondering who you were banging on my door. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to call the cops. I don't know who this is. Then I saw your jug as you were walking away. I seen rope or a wiring. I have a camera system set up, so.
Okay.
This is just to let me know somebody's at my door.
Oh, I was trying to wave to see if like.
No, it's not the camera. That's the camera.
Oh, okay, okay. So okay. I was wondering, trying to. Okay, I was
So all I could see was your feet. You know
Right.
what I mean? I'm thinking, who is this?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're welcome to
I think
go.
you called me back. I missed your call though.
Yeah, Bug, was that you guys calling? Oh,
Yes, sir.
now I'm getting it.
Yep.
I'm wondering, I'm thinking, I cussed Omar a little bit. I'm like, no, the landlord never told me nobody was coming.
I know it's communication. I know.
So,
It's crazy.
but you called this morning too,
Yes.
I guess, to let okay.
Just to let you
Now
know,
I'm
yeah.
getting it. Now it's all fit together.
Yeah, 'cause I know sometimes the landlord doesn't communicate, so I'm like, let me just call them and let them know.
Oh, it's like with everything. I don't know when they're inspecting. It's like, knock, 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 knock. I'm like,
I know, me too.
Yeah.
Somebody knocked on my door at 9 o'clock in the morning a few weeks ago to inspect, and I'm like,
and I got multiple disabilities. I'm blind, so I'm like, who's that? You know?
right, you ready to go? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, there was that. I think I seen like one roach out in the hallway when I was leaving one time, but I have not seen anything in my apartment.
That's great. That's great. Okay. Yeah, I see you have more so one of the cleaner ones. Okay.
Well, I try.
Yeah.
I can only get what I see, and I can't
Yeah.
see shit if I was standing in it. So,
Right. Yes, sir.
excuse my language, but yeah, you know, I try.
Yes, sir.
Pine Sol.
Yeah.
I know bleach. My mom said bleach chases roaches. They don't like it on the countertops and
Yep.
stuff. So I
Yep.
chase them once in a while with a gallon of bleach
That's good. You see on top of things.
in the bathroom. Yeah.
That's good.
Again, I haven't seen them here. This is one of the cleanest buildings in Pottstown I've lived.
Yeah, it is.
So you ought to see the last place I came from.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh, I was naming my bed bugs.
Are you serious?
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And the landlady had the infestation downstairs. And I think we got dyers or dryers.
Dryers.
Yeah, pest control in.
Uh-huh.
And he said, run, buddy, run.
Oh, that's what he told you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He said, yous are not the problem up here, it's her downstairs. So.
And the travel to you is not fair.
Yeah. So what I did was I went out and bought, the best thing that works with bed bugs is diatomaceous earth
Yep, the powder.
mixed with baking soda.
Yep.
It kills them all from the nest on.
You know what you want. You know your stuff.
Yep.
Shit. Yep.
Well, that's from trial and error, trying to figure out how to kill them.
Right. You know your stuff. I'll tell you that.
And you know what kills mice? If you get mice in your building?
What?
Pancake or cake mix mixed with baking soda.
I heard that before. I heard that remedy before.
That's an old farmer's recipe. You ever hear of people throwing Alka-Seltzer up to seagulls and they explode?
Oh.
Because they can't burp. Mice can't burp either. So you get that
Right,
baking
you
soda
can't,
in them
you
and
can't.
they puff up and...
I never thought about that before.
Yeah, all you gotta do is put a dish of that around and you good.
Wow. Like that.
So I ain't trying to put you out of business. That's just personally for your home.
Right.
You don't want to tell everybody that. Just do it in your home.
Yeah, right. Man, I need you no more.
Right.
Right about that.
So, but yeah, if I did see one, that's exactly what I do. I go to Home Depot
Uh-huh.
and grab me a thing of diatomaceous earth
Yeah, that's really good, man.
and baking soda, and I take care of it myself. So I spread it all over my. Because the diatomaceous earth, they say, is not harmful to humans.
Right,
So,
it's not, yep. That's like what we use. All the chemical we use are eco-friendly. It has no smell.
so I can lick the floor now. Good.
Yep, so you know.
I wasn't planning on having kids anyway. So
Right.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can see how bug-free it is in here. I might
Yeah,
have a couple
anything.
flies.
Yeah, I'll see anything. So still, because there's one unit downstairs that's kind of having like a problem with bed bugs.
Yeah.
So we're going to be back the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we're still going to just come hit your unit just
Okay,
to make
that's
sure
not a
we're
problem. Just so I know you're coming.
Yep.
You know,
Yes, sir.
it's just that type of neighborhood. You never know. I mean, I seen a guy get robbed out here,
Are you serious?
and no cops were called because I think it was drug money. But somebody ran off with his money, and he's like, "I got robbed. Well, stop buying drugs in this neighborhood." They
Right,
get robbed.
yeah, you want to put yourself in that position? Wow.
Or at least find a reliable drug dealer.
Right.
So they'll rob you.
Wow. That's
But,
crazy.
so that's why I was a little iffy and jumpy. I didn't know who it was, and I didn't get any text from Omar or
He's
DJ.
he's good with that. Omar was like, I had faith in Omar. Omar was like, oh no, I'll give him a call now for you. I know Omar's a little better if you tell him, but yeah, DJ,
And that's all I ask. Let me know who's coming. I'll be there waiting for him.
that's
at the
all.
door,
Just
you know.
let me know. That's not asking for a lot, is it?
And I got a little cubby hole in my closet, but I got it duct taped shut. You can shoot some in there
Sure.
because that's pipe work, and then we'll climb up the pipe work.
Yeah, show me where.
My bathroom's this way.
Oh, okay,
Through that door in the hall.
No problem. Yes, sir.
There's a little cubby hole back toward where the bathtub piping comes in.
Uh-huh.
That would be the only place I would think they'd crawl up, right?
Oh, yeah.
Other than under the sink, there's
Right.
piping.
Under the sink, I'll get so yeah, they like that stuff, kind of stuff, that area.
Yeah, I just went through 5 years of leaking roof, had termites and bed bugs. Would not fix anything. Kept taking a rent every month. The only reason I stayed there was because the rent was $465 a month.
Oh, that's not bad.
It was a rooming house, yeah. So that's the only reason it kept me there.
Right.
Other than that, I fought her tooth and nail to get rid of the bed bugs, the mice. There was mice holding like races in the hallway. I mean,
Wow.
so that's where I learned all this stuff, how to kill the mice.
Right. So I gotta take care of myself, right?
Yeah. So everybody in the building had mice and bed bugs but me. So,
You know, we went chilling, right?
yeah.
Wow.
Well, thank you. I'm sorry I caused you any stress there having to come up and down the steps. I just didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. You said you wanted to get in here?
Now, well, I can't. As long as you spray the outer edge, but they can't.
Yep, I'll hit the outside for you for sure.
They come through. Yeah, they should be. I'm hearing like chemicals aren't working on the bed bugs anymore. They like adapt to it after a while, right?
Well, I mean, what we use is pretty good, but we also do a heat treatment too.
Yeah.
Because heat kills bed bugs as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so we usually do both. Just depends on how bad it is, honestly.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna check my mattress after you leave. Now you got me thinking. Yeah,
Just to be safe?
Yeah, just to
be safe.
I do have covers on them, but
Oh, like the
slip covers.
yeah, that's good. I always say that's a great thing to have on them.
So I'm gonna check if I see even a little one or an egg or something. I'm gonna run out and get some diatomaceous earth and stuff.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll take care
You can
of
open that door. This one's locked, but you can open that if you have to get inside.
Yep.
It's just a pantry.
it. Thank you.
Does that cover roaches too, or just just the bed bugs?
Roaches, ants,
awesome.
spiders.
So I don't save me money on raid and stuff.
Yeah. The best stuff right here.
Yeah, it's just junk I have in there. And then just throw away eventually.
Sounds like right. I understand.
Bed bugs, my goodness. All right.
Yep. So tomorrow finish. I'll see you next Monday. Today's Monday, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Next Monday. I'll call first though, just to confirm.
Well, now I know you're coming, so I'll be waiting for you.
Yes, sir.
I'm here. I'm retired, so.
Oh, okay. That's great. That's nice.
I can't see.
Must be nice to be retired.
Yeah, I can't see the drive or work anymore. So.
Wow. Oh, so you're like legally blind.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
With eyes, yeah.
Okay.
Diabetically, I have diabetic retinopathy. It's called.
I'm sorry. How do you pronounce it?
Retinopathy. It's where blood vessels burst behind both retinas, and it creates like a quarter. I can't see your head. I can see you, the rest of you, but I can't see your head.
Oh, really?
So if I was driving, I couldn't see anything in front of me. I could see this way.
But not. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So that's what makes you legally blind. I can't read. I can't see even a screen or something to watch TV.
Oh.
It sucks.
Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
I did it to myself. All them years of drinking and eating sugar.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's how. Are you serious?
Yeah, that's how it happens. Yeah. There's a lot of sugar and alcohol, beer and liquor. Oh yeah.
So that's how you. So okay, say the word one more time. What is it called?
Diabetic retinopathy.
Diabetic retinopathy.
Yeah. There's diabetic.
Wow.
I have the other two where it kills the nerves. I can't feel these two fingers. Your feet go numb. Your hands, legs go numb. They eventually cut off a limb.
Oh wow.
So I have both.
Sorry
But I'm doing good on my eating, so I'm keeping my A1C level where it should be, just about.
Right.
So it's not affecting my limbs as much as it used to be. But
right.
I'm trying, but
wow. Okay.
yeah, I just recently went blind like 6-8 months ago.
Oh, recently?
This one was blind for like 20 years. So
Right. Wow. I'm sorry to hear about that.
that's right. I mean, it happens.
Right.
It's just like any other disability.
Right. Oh wow. Okay.
But that's why I'm very cautious about who's at my door, what's going on.
Right. Make sure that it's the right. I understand. I understand.
So now that I know you're coming, I'll be waiting for you.
Yes, sir.
So,
I'll
all
see
right,
you.
thanks. Nice
I'll
to
see
meet
you on Monday.
Yep. Thank
Take
you.
care.
Yep. You too.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. We got bed bugs in the building. No. So you heard him. He was very nice gentleman. Very smart too. He knew his shit. He knew diatomaceous earth kills bed bugs. And that's what he should tell them people downstairs to go out and buy, because within a week, what the diatomaceous earth does is dehydrates them. Not only that, but coupled with baking soda, they will take it back to the nest and dehydrate the queen, dehydrate the eggs, dehydrate everybody. Everybody gets dehydrated, and they all die. Now with mice, I was telling him that pancake syrup or cake mix, well, what do mice crave? They crave sweets, right? I guess they love sweets. Peanut butter and cheese and anything with sugar in it. Candy bar. I seen my sister told me a story where she saw, a rat or a nice sized mouse, the largest one you can find, swamp rat, I guess they call them, on her kitchen table, and they drug Halloween candy across the table and toward their hole, a whole bag of like mini Snickers, the little square ones. So yeah, they'll eat anything. But anyway, you dump some of that in a paper cup or a bowl, something they can get into easy, and yeah, they'll tear it up, go back to the nest, and they'll explode. I don't know. They'll blow up from the inside. They're like a seagull, mice are, and I'm assuming rats are the same way. They can't burp, so all that gas and foam from the baking soda will blow them up. So you got to mix a good portion of it in the pancake mix. Make sure they, like 50-50, you know what I mean? 50% baking soda, 50%. pancake mix, and you will have one dead rat within a week, or mouse. It will blow up like a sausage. So he sprayed everywhere. He's coming out next Monday. Hi, bae. I think he got that corner. I think he got around my bed. I think we're good. Alright, y'all. I was like locking and loading. I thought, man, what the freak is this? Been robbed here. I wasn't sure what was happening. This landlord does not communicate well with his, like he said, with his tenants. I guess he leaves it up to the maintenance guy, which, you know, he's probably got several buildings to look out for. You can't keep track of every person in, you know, 7 buildings, let's say. I don't know how much real estate the landlord owns. But that's alright. So with that said, now my medications, yeah, I'm gonna put them back. I don't want them misplaced. I'll be blaming this guy, and I watched him the whole time, and not that he steals, but I'm just paranoid. I don't care who it would have been. I would have kept an eye on him. And I do have cameras throughout the house. There's a camera up there that's taking pictures and videos right now. Camera out in the kitchen. Obviously a camera here. So, thinking, who was that? I'm calling the cops. That's the first thing I said. I didn't realize there was a outbreak of bed bugs, of course. And you know why? You know why that is? Because the downstairs people are potheads, and they let anybody into their apartment to toke up. I think they even let homeless people stay there once in a while for payment of, like, say, $100 in food stamps or whatever they can afford for the night, $40 a night if they have the cash. So I think that's what's going on there, and that's how these STD-ish type viral things spread. And the next thing you know, they're all throughout the building. You heard him say it too. He said, I have the cleanest apartment I've seen so far. So what does that tell you? That should tell you mountains about what's going on in this building. And I do clean with bleach once a week. And I do clean alternatively every other day with Pine Sol. Countertops, especially my floors. My floors and that alcove out here get doused with Pine Sol. My steps, all the way down to the, you know, where the hallway touches my hallway. I clean from there all the way up my steps. So, with Pine Sol, I try to. I mean, I do that, like I said, I do the best I can. Look, even the flies dying. Man, that must have been some potent stuff. This fly's in here gagging. He's like, what was that? It's killing me. I'm sitting here breathing it in. I'm going to have to do a Home Depot run for some diatomaceous earth. Because, yeah, I'm not getting bit up. And here's what really pisses you off, is these people have these bed bugs, and guess where they've been coming? Guess where they let their cat come the other night? Right up to the edge of my door. Now, you can see it's fully open now, the whole thing. I usually have it blocked off, most of it, with rags or whatever I can find. Now, what if them bed bugs got on them rags? She deliberately let her cat come up to my door the other night. That's how ignorant and low-lifey these people are. And by the way, this one in room 4 is not to gossip or tell tales out of school, but she's constantly downstairs. Why? Because they all hit the weed. They're all, you know, birds of a feather flocking together. They're all like the same peas in the same pod. Drugs, sex, and alcohol and rock and roll. Well, they don't listen to rock and roll. Rap, I would say, right? That's all they have on their mind all the time. They don't care about STDs. They don't care about spreading viral diseases, let alone, parasites. And then when they got him, who do they want to blame? The blind guy, the only one that's keeping his apartment clean. So I hope you heard the guy. He actually said, you have the cleanest apartment I've seen so far. So, yeah, I'm sure he's going to report that back to the landlord or his company. No, that guy doesn't have any bugs. His apartment's really clean. And I got a mop and a broom right out there that I wield like a sword. So, I think I'm breathing in that chemical. I'm getting a buzz. But hope you got some in my coffee, too. I like the taste. Kiss it on the lips. No, I'm kidding. I went full-blown Gary Busey there. I don't know if anybody's seen that video, TikTok, but something wrong with Gary Busey. He went south real fast. He used to be a really good actor. His son Jake's a good actor. I don't know. I haven't seen him in more movies. Maybe he just didn't like the lifestyle, or he got changed and got out. A lot of people make 1 or 2 movies and skedaddle. Hollywood isn't what it used to be, and it was even worse back in the 30s. Exploitation of women, beating them up, all kinds of stuff. What am I talking about now? Yeah, I think I got high off the bug spray. I gotta go. All right, that's it. But I told him I have a camera sitting there, and the bing bonger is to let me know somebody's at my door, but this is recording what they're doing. You know what I mean? So I saw like I said, when he first came up to the door, I saw boots and what looked like rope, and then I looked at it closer, and it looked like what do they call that? Tube, but it had ribbed tubing. That's what it looked like. And I'm thinking, what the hell is this? I'm not answering my door. I don't know who this guy is. He could be trying to hang me. He's got a length of rope to hang me out the window. I don't know who this is, right? So I quick called the landlord, and of course his mailbox is full, naturally. So I called Omar, the maintenance guy, which he's pretty cool. I like Omar. There's no bullshit with him. He's pretty straightforward. He tells you what's going on and what to expect. And so he answered. I think he either called me back or answered the second time. I think I called him twice, and then he answered. And I said, hey, Omar, what the heck's going on? I have some guy at my door, and it doesn't look kosher. And he goes, no, that's the bed bug guy. I said, well, the landlord never notified me. He goes, I know, John, I know. So that's the only reason he got in here today. I would have turned him down, and I would have been legally right to, because I'm multiply disabled. I don't have to let people in my especially when the landlord's not doing his job and notifying you, which would have left me open for a bed bug attack. You see what I'm saying? He needs to communicate more. That's the landlord's fault. This ain't my fault. And if they're going to be spraying regular, probably not. Once they get rid of the bed bugs, the landlord will stop paying for the sprayer. Which, thank God, he does. Most landlords don't give a shit. And I mean, all across Pottstown. They're like, that's your problem. Buy some spray. That's what they tell you. And that's why I was buying diatomaceous earth and baking soda in my last place. So what I did was, she had carpeting in there, and the carpeting was like 90 years old and just like tissue paper. You could rip it with your fingers. That's how old this carpet was. I spread it everywhere. Dug it in, ground it in, wet it. So good luck with that, getting it up. You don't want to fix it, I will. You don't like my fix, well then you spray, right? You don't like my solution. I whistled there. Like that old guy on, what was it, Family Guy, or what was that? I forget. You want to come down to the basement and have some popsicles? So yeah, I don't want to talk like that. He was a prevert or a weirdo. But anyway, what am I talking about? Does anybody know? Yeah, I think I got high off of that stuff he was spraying. Whew. So if I pass out and the camera keeps rolling, somebody call 911, all right? Oh, you won't be able to see it because I'm recording this live as it's happening. Oh well. Well, I bequeath all my earthly possessions to anybody that wants them, because I'll be dead. It doesn't really matter. What I got ain't a lot, but last will and testament. Testimony? Testament? I don't know. Whatever. So anyhow, what was I saying? I forget now. Landlord, eggs, bacon. I don't know. I forget. I didn't even see where this guy parked. I don't know if he had a regular vehicle, but it was a legitimate company, because they did call me this morning, and I'm thinking, well, that must be a wrong number. Yeah, it tastes funny in my mouth. I'm like tasting weird chemically. Well, anyway, yeah, so I called it back, and I'm thinking, what the hell is a bug company calling me for? And it was a pest control company, and I never thought, to put two and two together. A bug company usually doesn't call you to let you know they're coming. It's usually the landlord, right? That's time began. It's usually the landlord to let you know who's coming to fix the sink, the shower, the tub, the toilet, the roof. It's usually the landlord says within a 24-hour notice, hey, not this one. They show up when they show up, and when they know, when you open the door to them. So I called it back, and I'm like, no, that had to be a wrong number. So I deleted the number, and they called again while I was talking to Omar on the phone, and I didn't realize it. So I got done talking to Omar, and I called him back, and then I realized, oh, this must be the bug guy Omar just told me that was here. So, yeah. And I'm right about that. Everybody I talk to, even some of the bug professionals say, they'll use a certain kind of spray, like, say, Orkin. They'll use a spray, and the next generation of bed bugs are immune to it. It does not kill them. Just like with roaches. How do you think they survive millions of years? Because Raid works? No, Raid doesn't work on them unless you spray it directly on one of them. That's the only way you're going to kill them, and that doesn't kill the nest. So you've eliminated one roach out of 1.5 million that's in your building. So yeah, that shit doesn't work after a while. So you constantly got to come up with new ways to kill the little suckers, and I found the perfect way: diatomaceous earth and baking soda. Mix the two, 50-50. And then it's a powder. Powder your whole apartment, everywhere, nook, cranny, light fixture, socket, whatever it is. Hit it. Your bed, you can spray it right on your bed and then put your sheet over top of that, and they will die like somebody, you know what I mean? A mafia hit was put on them. Somebody gave them cement shoes. So yeah, they'll give it about a week. But you'll notice immediately that you're getting bit less and less and less, and then eventually you'll be like, hey, I haven't been bitten like a month. And then you look and you'll find little dead bodies everywhere because they all died from, what do you call it there? And then you just vacuum it up after they all die. You give it about a month. I would wait a month before you vacuum. Don't spray it and then immediately vacuum, because that'll kill you know what I mean? And the diatomaceous earth, depending on the kind you get, is safe for humans. There's stuff that's safe around food, stuff you can put in your garden that kills bugs. It's basically the same stuff. But you take that shit and you spread it everywhere. Everywhere. Under your armpits, in your crack, between your toes, and you won't get bit by a bed bug or a roach. And by the way, I just found out that roaches bite. I didn't even know that. And you can look that up. Don't believe me, roaches can bite you, and I never knew that. So you learn something new every day. Not by him. I was online fiddling around, and I learned that. So anywho, I did see a roach when I was this is what motivated me to clean my steps. I saw a roach out here crawling, and I thought, oh my God, that's either a roach or a bee, because it was long. It was like this, and the only two bugs kind of get long like that look like they have wings, is a roach or a bee. So I watched him for a while, and he didn't fly away. He just kept walking around out in the hallway, and I'm thinking, oh my God, these people brought, and this was about maybe 2 weeks ago. So I immediately went to the store and I was going to say uploaded, uh, loaded up on supplies. I wanted to make sure I doused everything because my mom told me years ago that roaches do not, any kind of bug, really, ants don't like bleach. You bleach your counters, leave them a little damp, let it slowly dry, you know what I mean? Don't get it around your food because then your food will taste like bleach and ammonia, and they don't like ammonia either, so I use that. I had a gallon of that sitting somewhere too. Never mix the two though. You'll die. Or cough violently, one or the other, if you breathe enough of it in. Anyway, yeah, I switch off and on. Sometimes I'll spray ammonia, like the baseboards out in my hallway, I'll spray them with ammonia, my handrail. And then when I clean, I'll clean with bleach or Pine Sol and spray. The next day, I'll spray bleach. You know what I mean? So I mix it up. Keep them buggies away. I think that's why my apartment is bug-free at the moment. It better stay that way. I will freak. I just went through 5 years of torturous, tormented hell in the rooming house from hell from the most wickedest landlady you could ever imagine. She was like Mrs. Roper on steroids, but from hell. Nosiest woman you ever want to meet, dirtiest woman you ever want to meet. The landfill's cleaner than her house. If somebody parachuted you out of a helicopter or airplane right into the middle of their landfill where all the garbage is and said, make your way out, it would be cleaner. You would be cleaner than that house made you. That's how dirty it was. Stink, cat poop to high heaven. Mold, mildew. That's all you breathed in and out was mold and mildew. The only reason, again, I stayed there was it was $465 a month. She didn't want to raise the rent any higher because nobody would want to stay there. And the reason I got the place to begin with was when I went there, it was the first place that accepted me being homeless, so I took it. And when she did her initial, what do you want to call it, interview, it was in a kitchen that was semi-clean. The curtains looked like they were gray, but other than that, the windows were a little filthy. But other than that, it looked like a normal kitchen across America. You know what I mean? It looked semi-clean. So I thought, oh, this is a nice place. Then she showed me the room after I signed the paperwork, and I went, oh my freaking God. So, yeah. And of course, it was summertime. She had the windows open. The mold smell was down. She sprayed the kitchen with something so you couldn't smell the mold. Mold usually intensifies in humidity or rain or, you know what I mean, damp days. Like in the fall, that's when it really gets bad. So that was the first summer I spent there. And I thought, well, I'm here. I'm going to change her. She's not going to make me run, and I'm not paying for the privilege of living like this. So that commenced into 6 years of, or not six. I think it was like 4 to 5 years of calling the zoning department on her and the health department, and she didn't fix nothing. And when she did, it was half-assed. She was patching a flat roof with roofing nails. That's how stupid she was. You don't patch a roll roof with roofing nails. That creates more of a leak, and that's what happened. And yeah, you could literally take a shower in the back room or the bathroom rainy days. So I went through 2 hurricanes in that house, 2 floods. You could do the math. Whenever it flooded in Pottstown, that's I was living in that rooming house in the past 4 to 6 years. Yeah, so can you imagine? We didn't have buckets and pots and pans catching the water. We had bins, totes bins you could fit a whole body in. Never fixed the roof right. 6 years of that. I got tired of it. And of course, the more I turned her in, the more she tried setting me up, and that's eventually what happened. Oh, he threatened me. Oh, he did this. Yeah. This woman was probably 75 pounds soaking wet. And I literally mean that. She was a tiny little twig. I could have picked her up and wrung her out like a wash rag if I wanted to. He did this and he did that. I'm like, oh my God, you know. She tried getting me for damages of this nastiest freaking house you ever wanted to step into. They came there in hazmat suits. That's how bad it was. And if they're lying, I'm lying. They came there in hazmat suits. The township looked like Oompa Loompas. That's the way they were dressed. Like Mike TV on Willy Wonka. So don't let them fool you. They knew what was going on. They didn't want to fix nothing. When they should have been shutting her down completely, condemning that building, or fining her up the ass until she couldn't afford to rent to nobody. And go retire in Florida where you belong. That's another story for another time. And if anybody disbelieves me, there's whole playlists in my YouTube page where you can watch all the mouse videos, raccoon videos, drunk videos, leaving the stove on and going and passing out. You had to babysit the drunks. You had to babysit the mice. You had to everything. It was just a madhouse for 5 years. And I paid for the privilege in more ways than one. So, anywho. So, I don't know. Jeez. What else can we talk about, huh? Well, I'm still high off the chemical. I can literally taste it in my mouth. There's a funky, like you hit a vape gun or something. There's a chemical taste in my mouth. I don't know what they're using. It almost tastes like hairspray or something. I don't know what they're using as a bug spray, but probably soap and water. That'll get rid of the bed bugs, eh? All right, I guess this is enough of a vlog. And now, if you look down my YouTube page, you'll see the other night, this BITCH back here that lives in room 4 had some guy throw their cat up against my door. As enough to say, and it's probably not her cat, it's the dipshits downstairs against my door so I would get the bed bugs. That's what they were trying to do. Now I get why they were doing it. You get what I'm saying? They're nasty, low life. I mean, trailer park people doesn't describe them. They're lower than that, Like a trailer park person throwing their dirty diapers out the window into the front yard. They're worse than that. And again, like I said, you heard the guy. I have the cleanest apartment. And it is clean. Yes, sir. So, there you go. Enough said.